Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Holler again. We're going to continue to practice telling time. Today, we're not doing anything from the book. We're just going to spend some time with this clock and playing a couple little games. The first game that we're going to play today is something that I would have always done in my classroom with my students. And even though we're not in our classroom right now, we could still play it. So how the game goes is I pretend that not pretend, I say a number and you have to say the minutes of that number. So let's say I say 3, you would have to say 15. So when you, let's try another one. If I say 6, you say 30. If I say 2, you say 10. So it's for you to keep practicing when you just look at the clock, that you know when you look at the clock and you look at the minute hand, you just know right away what, how many minutes that minute hand, what it's pointing to. So if I say 5, you say 25. So you should have shouted out 25. I hope you did. I say 7, you say 35. I say 1, you say 05. I say 10, you say 50. I say 8, you say 40. I say 2, you say 10. I say 12, you say o'clock. I say 8, you say 40. I say 4, you say 20. I say 3, you say 15. That's a little game that you can play just to help you figure out when you are looking at the minute hand and the minute hand is stopped at one of those numbers. It can tell you and help you learn to kind of memorize what those numbers mean when the minute hand is pointing to it. Now, that doesn't work with the hour hand. You know that. It's just with the minute hand. The hour hand is the number that's actually on the face of the clock. So, how this is going to work, I'm probably going to do about 10 or so different clock times. I'm going to show the clock to you, and then I would like you to tell me what time it is, and then I will show you to see if you are correct. All right, let's start with some easy ones. What's this first one? If you said 8 o'clock, you are correct. Very good. All right, let's try another one. What about this time? What hour are we in? And then what minutes? What are our minutes? If you said 12:30, you are correct. All right, let's try another one. What about this time? Remember, it's important to always look at that hour hand first. What hour are we in? And what minute are we at? If you said 3:35, you are correct. We're in the 3 o'clock hour. It hasn't hit 4 o'clock yet. And we're pointing to 7, and that is 35 minutes. All right, let's try another one. Remember, look at the hour hand first, then look at the minute hand. If you said 6:15, you are correct. We're in the 6 o'clock hour, and our minute hand is pointing to 3, so that means that it is 15. Could someone think of what the words might say other than 6:15? Well, how else could I say this time? If you said 6:15, you are correct. Because remember the other day when we talked about that piece of pie that we have right here, this piece is gone. That quarter of the piece, a quarter of the clock face is gone. So it's 6:15. All right, let's try a few more. How about this time? Let's do this one. Where's the hour hand? And where's the minute hand? What hour are we in? If you said 8:25, you are correct. It's 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. 8, we're still in the 8 o'clock hour right here, and the minute hand is pointing to the 5. All right, let's try one on this side. What about this time? What time is it? First, look at the hour hand, the small hand. What hour are we in? And how many minutes have gone by? If you said 12:45, you are correct. Remember, we're in the 12 o'clock hour still. It hasn't made it to 1 o'clock yet. Only though 15 more minutes and it's going to be 1 o'clock. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it was only 15 minutes until it was going to be 1 o'clock. Look, it's almost 1 o'clock. Starts here 12:45, and now we're going and it's 1 o'clock. That's why when the minute hand is pointing to the 9 and that it's almost ready to get on a new number, that's why we call it 1:45. So this is 12:45 or 1:45. It's almost 1 o'clock. It only had to go that little quarter left to go till it changes over until the new hour. All right, let's try another one. Here's a tricky one, I think. All right, what hour are we in? It's very, very easy to say that we're in the 4 o'clock hour, but we are not in the 4 o'clock hour yet. Look at this hand. If you would take a line and you would take it all the way over here, it hasn't made it to the 4. We're still in the 3 o'clock hour. And then we need to count by 5s to get to our 11. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So if you said 3:55, you are correct. Now look, you know how we said it's not quite 4 o'clock yet? Look at how close it is to being 4 o'clock. Look, now it's 4 o'clock. That's why when the minute hand is over here on this side, over here where it's close to the 9, the 10, the 11, and the 12, it can be really tricky on seeing what hour we're in. That's why you really have to pay extra close attention to see what hour that the hour hand is pointing to. Because this one sure looks like 4:55, but it's not. It's almost 4:55, but now it's 4 o'clock. Oops, almost. Don't know why that said 3, but it's really 4. Okay, let's do a couple more. I should do tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. All right. Tell me what time this clock says. The hour hand is pointing to the 11. You should be in the 11 o'clock hour because here is the hour hand. And then our minute hands are in the 5. We've gone 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So it's 10 minutes after 11 o'clock, or also known as 11:10. All right, let's do it. Whoa, that was craziness. Serious craziness. I don't know if we've done this one today yet. All right, what time does this clock show? I think you should be able to do this pretty easily. I hope so. If you said 9:30, you are correct. We're in the 9 o'clock hour. This hour hand is pointing halfway in between the 9 and the 10. Hasn't made it to the 10 yet. Still in the 9 o'clock hour. And our minute hand is pointing to 30. What is another way to say 9:30? If you said 9:30, you are correct. That means we are half past the 9 o'clock hour. See, look, here's 9 o'clock. Okay, and you're halfway past it. You've gone this much of the clock face, that much of the pie face. Okay, and that's half of it. All right, last one's the most challenging, so I gotta do it. Here we go. Okay, so boys and girls, what hour are we in? What hour are we in? Look to see. This is our challenge one. This is the toughie. We are in the 12 o'clock hour right here. See, it has not. Actually, I got it all mixed up here. It is not in the 12 o'clock hour yet. We are still in the 11 o'clock hour right here. Do you see all of this time? Remember, I told you it's hard to decide when the minute hand is on this side of the clock. It sometimes can be really hard figuring out telling the time. So the hour hand is in the 11 and the minute hand is at 55. Let's double check that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Let's see if our answer is 11:55. Woohoo! It is. Look at how close we are to making it to 12 o'clock. Look, so close. Only 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes until it is 12 o'clock. Okay, boys and girls, I'm in a website right now called roomrecess.com. If you wanted to go in and look at the clock and play around with the clock, you're more than welcome to. Remember, Room Recess is on Symbaloo in our second grade page, or you can just type in roomrecess.com up here in the search bar. All right, I hope you have a great rest of the day.